Hi guys, LoreLord here, and I just want to say that I am a proud Stormcloak supporter, and one of the biggest reasons why is that the Empire turned their back on Talos, who created the Empire in the first place, by abolishing his worship because of the White Gold Concordat. And alongside the debate as to which side is the right side, there's also the debate as to whether or not Talos is truly a divine. I think that he is, and here's why. So the first reason that someone might say that he isn't a divine is because he was brought into Nirn as merely a man, and so there's no way he can ascend to divinity. However, there is no rule that says that no one can ascend to divinity. In fact, the divines, if anything, say the opposite. They say that they can ascend someone to their level if they so wish to. It's just that it's exceptionally rare. And so far Talos is the only case of that happening. And also Talos is the hero god of mankind, as in a hero that came and saved Tamriel, which he did, and then ascended to divinity and became the god of mankind. Since he was the god of mankind, as well as someone that was destined to save Tamriel, I think it was only appropriate for him to come into the world as a man, but to leave it as a god. So the way I see it, his destiny as entering Nirn as a man and leaving it as a god was literally his God-given right. And speaking of Tiber Septim's conquest, the only real reason that the Aldemir Dominion wanted his worship abolished is because he managed to conquer the Somerset Isles, with the help of the Numidium, I'll admit. However, because of this, the Aldemir Dominion felt insulted that the man who conquered their island was being worshipped as a divine, and the only reason that the Empire agreed to abolish his worship is because they were too afraid to continue fighting the Great War, and were willing to do anything for peace, even if that meant turning their back on the divine that created them in the first place. There's also another piece of evidence that pretty much guarantees that he is a divine in Oblivion. During the Oblivion Crisis, the hero of Kvatch had to retrieve the Amulet of Kings from Eurymael the Unfeathered. But in order to access Eurymael's pocket realm, he needed the blood of a divine. The hero of Kvatch went to Tiber Septim's tomb to retrieve his armor, and doing so managed to get him into Eurymael's realm. So personally, I think that's enough to convince me that he is a divine. But if it's not enough for you, there's also another thing. In Skyrim, when you travel to Sovngarde, you can never see him there. You can see other heroes of Skyrim like Ysgramor, as well as other Nords that went there, but you can never see Talos. This can be because of two reasons. That he is a god, and therefore went to live with the other divines, or because he wasn't a Nord. It isn't known for certain as to whether or not Talos was a Nord, because some people believe that he was a Breton, but I'm pretty sure that he was a Nord. But even if he wasn't, you don't actually have to be a Nord in order to access Sovngarde. Shaw says that as long as you follow him and his traditions, he will take you to Sovngarde if you so wish to. And some proof of this is the Ebony Warrior. When you reach level 81, the Ebony Warrior will approach you and ask you to fight him so that he can go to Sovngarde, even though he's a Redguard. And even if Talos wasn't a Nord, which I'm still pretty sure that he was definitely a follower of Shaw and Nordic traditions. And because of that, if he was not a divine, he would have gone to Sovngarde. And that is another reason why I believe that Talos has ascended to divinity. And those are all the reasons. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, please leave a like. Greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.